you can be kept abreast of the latest news and happenings around you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, it is 27 minutes to 8. This is WFM 91.7, and you're listening to the Municipal Review on your Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Thanks so much for joining us on the program. My name is Timmy Tokwe. Olume, I have here with me this morning.
Esther Alarabi. Good morning to this point.
Good morning, good morning. Hope your weekend was good.
Yes, my weekend was good.
Yes. Okay. I'm not sound. It doesn't sound too convincing there.
Because I'm not even convinced myself.
But Shasha was okay.
Yeah, the weekend came and just all the
we
same.
just manage it like that. But it's okay. Let's move on to some of the headlines we have from the newspapers in Nigeria. Some of them, not all of them, but the major ones actually. So let us go ahead and start from Punch.
On the Punch newspapers, group tells Buhari to avert ASO strike. Adult education, school security, strategies under review, Obaseki tells teachers. On arrears, legislative aides report National Assembly to EFCC ICPC today. I will end Heather's farmers' crisis if elected, says Mieti Allah presidential aspirant. Fuel sells for 400 per litre in Abuja, others scarcity persists in Lagos State. Anxiety as ASU makes decision on strike today. Over to the Vanguard newspapers.
Right from the Vanguard newspapers, Osibajo urges vibrant housing market to boost economy and livelihood. On the 2023 elections, Northern Group drums support for Governor Okowa in Kano. Members to Buhari don't allow presidential aspirants hijack ABC convention. CSOs express worry over ritual killings, want special fund for NDLEA operations. Police arrest teacher in Delta for allegedly flogging 19-month-old baby to death. And still on the upcoming elections, why presidency won't go to southeast, southwest, says Ame Obote. And now to the nation newspapers.
On the Nation newspapers, fire got Shea Gumi's Kaduna resident. Ishekiri youth continue siege to Shell facility. On the Enters, federal government renews battle with Twitter. Over to the Guardian newspapers.
From Guardian, Osibajo decries inadequate housing for low-income citizens. The federal government pledges speedy completion of roads financed through NNPC tax credit scheme. Stakeholders kick as the National Assembly delays Nigerian or the NGE goes take over Eric's 10.8 billion naira debt. NNPC yet to withdraw dirty fuel as petrol queues linger. National Assembly offers to decide Osibajo's fate in 2023, says Zulum. And now to this day newspapers.
On the This Day newspaper, Sarah sues Buhari Lai Mohammed over failure to publish agreement with Twitter. Federal government takes delivery of 15 World Bank funded power transformers. Federal government commences work on 21 roads earmarked for NNPC's 621 billion naira funds. Emefiele target 10% increase in agriculture funding by 2024. Police warn Ogun residents against jungle justice. NHIS to go online plans to extend coverage to NYSC members. Over to the Daily Trust newspapers.
And from Daily Trust, contractors urge NDDC to pay 2 trillion naira debts. Terrorists claim 2,334 lives in 2021, says Sislak. Security operators kill many bandits, rescue 20 in Niger. Igboho slams $1 million suit against Benin Republic on his detention. And then Senate committee summons NDDC over 100 billionaire contracts scandal. And from pen pushing newspapers, residents of journalist estate petition Inspector General Police over Monarch alleged sponsored attack. Now, those are some of the major headlines making rounds across various newspapers in Nigeria. We just went ahead to review The Guardian, This Day, Trust, Daily Trust, Pen Pushing, Vanguard, and Punch. Thank you for joining us once again. We'll go ahead and get into some analysis with our able and capable analysts. And before we go ahead to do that, I want to let you know that you can always be part of the conversation. We always love you to join in on our conversation, our discussion. You can send a text to or WhatsApp message to 070-317-565-37, 070-317-56537, or you can also call 07000 917 917 Oh, excuse me, no calls actually. Just text and WhatsApp messages. So either text or WhatsApp message to 070-317-56537. No calls. We usually don't take calls on this review, but you can always send a text or WhatsApp message to 070-317-56537. 070-317-56537. All right, so in a short while, we'll be joining our analyst who will be doing some crucial analysis in some of the news stories we have this morning. We'll be expecting your text or WhatsApp messages. We always love to hear your opinion, your views on every single issue we discuss over this briefing.
Coronavirus. How does coronavirus spread? It spreads through close contact and respiratory
Hello,
droplets.
can you hear me?
If an infected person coughs or sneezes, the droplet can enter your body through the mouth,
Okay, good
eyes,
morning.
or nose and make you sick.
Okay, okay.
Beware,
I think it's better now.
stop the spread of coronavirus. This message was brought
Okay,
to
okay.
you by Women Radio
Thank you.
WFM 91.7, Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families.
Get your first before
Get your
Adidas,
views.
before Adidas.
Oh, okay. This is still the Miss Review once again on WFM 91.7. Thank you for joining us as always. Yes, we do have our analysts with us right now. We have two analysts that will be on this review this morning. First of all, we have Sage now, also known as Nkechi Imanalayode, on the line with us this morning. Hello, good morning, Nkechi. How are you doing this morning? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Sage, good morning. Are you there? All right, let's see here. Hello, good morning, Sage. How are you? Can you hear me? Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Yes. Good.
Yes, good morning, Signal.
Happy Valentine's. Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
Happy
yeah.
Valentine's Day to
Happy
you.
Valentine's Day.
And I hope you're going to be having something very, very nice to do today with your, your significant other. Yeah. All right, so enjoy yourselves today. All right, so let's move ahead with some of the news stories we have this morning. Thank you so much for joining us again, especially on Valentine's Day. We really do appreciate you. All right, all right, let's move on with some of the news stories making headlines today, Esther.
This one on the Guardian newspaper says, "Stop sit at home before seeking political offices." Ohanize tells Igbo politicians. Ohanize Ndigbo yesterday accused governors and senators of the Southeast Zone of failure to end the sit-at-home order because of their political interest, warning them not to seek political offices during the 2023 general election if they fail to end the exercise. It also urged the indigenous people of Biafra to, that's IPOB, to apologize and ask for forgiveness from Indigo for their mistakes and nothingness for the sit-at-home order without consulting Igbo leaders. Noting that the exercise has destroyed the socio-economic activities in the region. Nkechi, what are your thoughts on this? Because this sit-at-home order has lingered for quite a while now.
Hello, yes.
Okay.
So I say actually there's a particular line and a particular statement that you read out, which is the contact.
Hmm.
Nobody should run for office
Hmm. Yes.
Last year, I saw a person in the what I mean is the person who comes from that region, calmly coming to the I don't know if it's possible, calmly coming to say he wants to run for office and whatever. And the question I was asking is, if it is a matter of running for office, or it is a matter of what are we trying to do? Are we trying to run for office? Or are we trying to solve Nigeria's problems? And for some, it's about running for office, for others, it's solving Nigeria's problem. That's why some people don't need to run for office and they're serving a good chunk of Nigeria's problem. Whether through businesses like Dangote or foundations or wherever it is that they find themselves. So I agree with it. I do think that the core of the matter right now is not about rushing and say, don't worry when we are there. So it's not what don't worry when we are there. It's a matter of what are you going to do now? So I think that I think coming together of leaders and stakeholders to see how to, because I think when coming from those who have been following, coming from how this situation has actually turned out, it's not something that you just snap your fingers and oh, everybody's far running after you. It's all running at your orders. It's something that takes a lot of intelligence, takes a lot of intelligence, maybe negotiation. This is not about the land. Also, letting each people obey the others, see what is the need for them. One of the problems why we have such orders currently thriving in the country is because it's because of the situation. I would say we saw some of these things that have happened in the past. And the citizens have just gotten used to it and they're just moving with it and they don't care and they are going to they are following through whatever it is that they are seeing or doing things that is in their best interest. So I think it's something that should definitely be worked on somewhere before we go further to start talking about policy. Let's talk about core and let us be more focused on some Nigerian issues rather than just running for office.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sejnel, for that. Let's move on to another one. By the way, before that, you can always send a text or WhatsApp messages to 070 317 565 37 070 317 565 37. We're really expecting your messages and your text messages or WhatsApp messages through that number. Let's move on to this one from The Guardian. It says, a mother of brutalized 2-year-old girl seeks justice. Mother of brutalized 2-year-old girl seeks justice. A teacher of Unique Villas Montessori School of Mazamaza, Lagos, Ucheria Agru, has been condemned for flogging a 2-year-old girl, Cherish Ohama Dike. According to the mother of the little girl, Ohama Dike Faustina, she was flogged and left with bruises for not being able to pronounce letters S and I. But some days later, the child could not eat properly. The family had allowed the head of the school, Antonia Omowale, to handle the matter first, but nothing was forthcoming on the case. Chima Cornelius, who is Faustina's brother, said, my sister told me that one of her children came back the other day bleeding from the nose. When she asked her, the girl said she was flogged on the head. She confronted the school and they denied it. This one they can't deny because the marks from the flogging are there. Now, I don't know if you got to see the picture of this little girl, a very, very cute, beautiful girl indeed who lost her life. Now, the thing is this, a 2-year-old girl, is she even supposed to be flogged and beaten by a teacher? Because I'm aware that corporal punishment is actually supposed to be banned in schools or something of that effect. Now, for a 2-year-old girl, are there no other ways to discipline a child? And even for her not being able to pronounce S and I, is that enough reason to beat her up like that? And this girl passed away. So I just have a lot of questions about this. What are your thoughts on this situation here?
So I would say, so I'm going to start from, I'll take it from both the personal responsibility and the federal country responsibility. And starting from personal responsibility, which includes the scope of interest and everybody involved, this is an example of when the person doesn't pursue something that's actually about. just going to just pursue something that will give you bread and sleep. This is the difference. Because I showed you how I got that I was interviewing somebody who was in education, not even who was in education. And one of the things that I learned that really that some of the woman constantly shares is about the importance of people being passionate and trained. Passionate and trained. Also, the being passionate and trained. This is something that is not so seriously in Nigeria. And then when we look at it, why is it not taken so seriously? Well, maybe people come to teaching for the last, as I saw, at the last reason for what it is that they can do. So they just get into it and they provide them out of the kind of not having enough chance or whatever. Just they go
Yes.
study chemistry or just come and be our chemistry teacher. That is really not how it goes. It doesn't mean that the person who studies chemistry cannot be the chemistry teacher or math cannot be the math teacher. This is not every year schooling that we're talking about. But where is the investment of the training?
Yes.
Now, of course, to be honest, look at people things are putting things like that in return for many. The possible way that it can at this time. So it's not, we're not saying that these two things are not available. We are saying that you should now have a little influence, especially for private schools now, because we have a lot of state schools, federal schools, public schools, state schools, and so what are the private owners doing? Education or having a school all about making money. So looking at it from the perspective of course of something, because if you throw a child exam, because the person did not pronounce exam, there are a lot of things in play. You are impatient, you are irritated,
Yes.
you do not have I will not even say skills, I will not say the building for it, because you can learn the skills. You do not have the skill for a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old learning and correction. And then, of course, you do not have the wisdom and initiative to know what kind of punishment and consequences such people should have. This is Superman, because there are thousands of them out there. Examples of how to show consequences to young children of that age without killing them, because they don't for their life without killing them. And so the point, because almost I want to say part of so that they make the point to listen to my speech. People are saying they should not be disagree. No. The foolishness about or kind about it is the heart of the child. So we're not saying you should not be disciplined, but you have to know that you have to be trained for it. You can't just know your frustration. Maybe it's the frustration with my husband or whatever it is. I know it's people behave to adults around them. What is it? Rashes. You cannot come and turn it into the educational system or your particular career. So all of these things are important, and I really do want. I know a lot of people are already on this. I already saw it spreading over the weekend, and I'm happy. Actually, the people I follow in the parenting line, I'm happy about it because when people are the only person who thinks that it's so good, if you are not interested, please drop out. It's not by force. Or be a lesson teacher if you can't do the whole how many hours per day. Then you say, okay, sit down, stand up, let me say all those things so can become really that's not what you are built for. So maybe become a lesson teacher by the way and find other things, all these other things that are more in line with what that you like to do, rather than not having to stay on every other time or the newspaper headline.
Yes, indeed. And just to correct what I said earlier, the child did not die actually. I was actually mixing up with another story. Yeah, there was another story of another child that was that actually died. This one happened in Delta State. A teacher, yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I said I was just correcting what I said earlier. The child did not die. I was actually mixing it up with another child that actually died in Delta State as a result of a teacher who also flogged. This teacher also flogged this child to death. Flogged the child to death. A 1 year, 7 month old baby. This is the one that died, not the 2 year old girl. Thank heavens the 2 year old girl is still alive. But this other child actually died. Yes, Esther.
On the case of this 2-year-old girl,
Yes.
so there's this part where the proprietress of the school, Olawale, said, in quotes, Her mother is my neighbor. I never knew it would go this far. The teacher has been suspended, and I told her she will bear the bill for the child's treatment. I don't know why they are trying to heighten this because the child doesn't look sick.
What?
This is supposed to be the proprietress of a school. You say that you beat my child got beaten in your school like that, and you say that to me as a parent. And you want me to just hug you and give you all loves and kisses? How do you even sound so harsh? And I don't even understand. Like in this case, there is no point getting defensive at all. But this words from her, Sejna, what do you think?
No, I don't say that. That's a good latest story now. Esther,
Mm.
the latest now is. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes,
I can hear you.
you.
The latest now is that things like this will happen,
Mm.
and the proprietor or proprietor, whoever is the director of the show, will come out to praise you. That's why the latest. So let's do it about the direct line that. Unfortunately, it did not apply to me. However, it is definitely so wrong for something like this to happen. So this is because, what can we do? What do we do? The person is going to say, I don't know, saying what? Like, you'll be very statement like that. And that is why all of this person, I really think, I heard that a lot of people in Lagos that I knew that about that, I heard that they are able to follow through onto their consequences. So that people will, for example, the Lord, you know,
Hello, Sejna.
Hello, Sigma, are you still there? I'm trying to connect back with Sage now there, our analyst of this program this morning. Let's go ahead and reconnect. But like you were saying, Esther,
Yes.
there is really no point of being defensive. If you're at fault as a school, own up to it, apologize, and put things in place so that such things will not happen again. Yeah.
The fact that she even had to go because she is your neighbor, the fact that she is your neighbor, take it out of this context. She brought her child to your school, enrolled her child in your
Yes.
school. He has no business with being your. At that point, you're no longer my neighbor. I just see the proprietors of the school where my daughter has been beaten. I have no business with you being my neighbor or not, because you will not take a business that happened in school and bring it home to say sorry to me. Because if anything happens to that child, God forbid, you will not tell me that because you are my neighbor, I should just let go and all of that. And I think our society has allowed for things like this, because when things happen, people are quick to say, sorry now, Shebi, they don't beg, you don't do. I really don't like anything like that. No, if you want to be logical to the end. Don't tell me they don't beg you and move on. I don't like that. I don't. Not even when it comes to the health of a person. At 2 years, no.
Especially a very very young
No.
child like that. I mean, do you think children that age should be flogged in school like that? 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. What are your thoughts on that?
that should be skills that most people should actually learn. People, and that is why every year teacher is important. But now, since we are taking facility of every year teacher, there are usually trainings that they usually have to go to. I've been following some things that I have followed abroad. I see that there are things that are important, their requirements, their conditions. So these things, we need to bring it back home. You will see that in this early years teacher, when you go to grade more, and we play the shooter in the school. So therefore, the person doesn't think that they are collected to work more. More like they should just measure your work as a payment. Payment is important.
Yes.
And so they do everything out.
Yes.
So that training, that educational process, orientation, teaching, or dealing with children, the president is your own, that's your own mentality. But dealing with children in your profession, because it's not as a profession. So that's like saying medical doctors now, because pediatricians, because the child is not saying well for injections, not that out. No, what you need to you see in a well-trained hospital, a well-trained pediatrician, start using different techniques to make sure that this is an injection. It's not like the pediatrician also has 3 more or 1 other things to do.
Yes.
That the child tries to do that injection is wasting his or her time. But you know that you have to make that the injection before moving on. So, with the medical space, the thing to do is a bit more organized, and we need to bring that organization to the schooling system. And that stems from, like I just said, from getting out the national point of view. That stems from being really the country's primary things like education. If we start having things like teachers, like entertainers, one of all these things that people carry on their head, then how people will see the important and they use as well. At least for a country like Nigeria, what we need is education. You know, after I say in foreign countries, we are not a foreign country. What we need right now is that now we don't need a lot of education. We need a lot of employment and a lot of other things that we're definitely working on. And if we adapt to, then we should work on it.
Okay.
That's what I want to say that is that yes, no, it's not something that should be done at all. But to what is disciplinary measures, we have to disciplinary measures that doesn't represent it. But disciplinary measures now that doesn't necessarily need training, but the child is going to come out well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Sage Nell. We do appreciate you for your time on this review this morning.
Thank you.
Once again, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, and do have a lovely day.
Do enjoy your day, now.
All right, that has been Sage Nell, also known as Nkechi Imanalaide, one of our very notable analysts on this review for this morning. We'll move on now to another analyst of ours who would also be giving us some analysis on today's episode of the program. So please do stay tuned as we go ahead and get through to Adeyemi Adiolu, another analyst for today's episode of this review. We're expecting your messages. Please send your text or WhatsApp messages to 070-317-56537, 070-317-56537. What are your thoughts on all the news stories we've discussed so far about the 2-year-old girl that was flogged till she was bleeding from the nose? What are your thoughts about even the one that was flogged to death? What are your thoughts about even the news story we talked about earlier? Let us know your thoughts on all of these news stories. So I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and send a text or WhatsApp message to 070-317-56537. Yes, we do have Adeyemi Adiolu on the line with us again this morning. Good morning, Adeyemi. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. And you?
Good morning and happy Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Good morning, Adeyemi.
We're just wishing everyone happy Valentine's Day, so we're also wishing you the same as well. Yeah. All right. I hope you had a good weekend.
well, actually, my weekend was busy because I was outside London.
Oh, okay.
Went to the research center, had
Okay. We can't really hear you very well.
and then I went to a research center in Ibadan and I had a lot of fun.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's
I
good.
spent my weekend outside London.
Okay, that's good. So welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you had a safe trip.
Thank you.
Welcome back. All right. So let's first of all, I don't know if you were listening before we got through to you about the child that was bitten. She was bleeding from the nose. Did you hear? Did you come across that story?
Yes, I know about the story of the time I was 15, actually, these are the exactly that happens. Now, this is because I have to do with the picture.
Mm,
I was just scared about the semester that was being told the senior.
yeah.
What we sometimes when the parents are, we always think that they are overreacting. We know the things that happen somewhere in Ogun State some time ago, where a mother and a father took themselves to pick up a picture
Yes.
and about 300 of people are there in the school. These are the kind of situations that always come this situation. When you see that teachers overdo it when it comes to teaching. I couldn't imagine how a teacher will going to be teaching a 2-year-old child not because the child cannot pronounce the letter and her.
Mm.
For instance, is that not the essence of using a teacher? All you just need is to be patient and continue to teach that child consciously until she is able to grasp how to spell the word, the letter. These are the reason why you are here. You are not there to be because this infant or final cloud cannot pronounce the letter S and R. You see, so many things are wrong in our system. And I think it is high time that the Ministry of Education really needs to look at the state in targeting things down both in the public space and the private space, particularly the hospital space. Um, what you will end up finding out, even the proprietors will tend to cover up because you know that without state is being escalated, it may affect people, particularly parents in the brain and parents in the men and children who are school. And for that, you have to cover up. So this kind of thing is not be accepted in our society. When there is anything that goes wrong, they should please take responsibility and own up to it. With that, we will be able to know we are having a good exercise. We are having a society when things go wrong, we know that it can easily be corrected. But when you start hiding, that means you are given the possible participant and the power to continue to do it. And that's what has been happening over the years. And that was what led to the case of Sylvester. If before then the issues like that have been handled and whoever that were involved were being prosecuted, know that movie that happened, Sylvester will not have lost his life in that court. And still, imagine the guy bringing out the law from the book. What kind of luck would that teacher have given to that child? I know very well that the issues on their head is still very, very short.
Yes.
Even the skull of a 2-year-old child is very, very short. So by the time you give that child enough, that means you have organized so many things in that brain. What are we doing? Please, what business of teaching here? What you have done, and the teacher went on to say, if the girl comes back and do the things that she will say,
She'll still be.
you can imagine that. For that teacher to have that effort to even tell the parents that I will do it again. Oh, the teacher has to be prosecuted and that's as well. For doing that, imagine what abuse the child to, and that the police will not accept that the looking cause the death of the child. In justice state. These are the cases we are looking at. How can you bring the child to death? Because the child was looking and the lady the child died. By implication, it's probably the victim that caused the death of the child. And that's what it is. In the death of the law. All the children, including, have been a victim of teacher molestation and harassment before. You know, that is why I am not of the party who said, oh, they are just disciplining your child. No, I don't believe in that. You want to discipline the child, there are ways to discipline the child. Not that you engage in terrible corporal punishment to the extent that the child's body will be damaged, some things go wrong in the system, in the body system, and you set down the discipline or not discipline. That's pure wickedness. And that's oppression. It should not be allowed. It should not be allowed. It is down to be prosecuted. And I'm waiting to see what the government and all the women in Nigeria are going to do. Come to this aspect because we just want to get a lot quite long. For long time, 1 year, 8 months old child in Delta. And now this case in Lagos. Let's see what we are going to do about it. We are waiting.
Yeah. Do you think at times these teachers just take out their personal frustrations on these kids at times?
I am not interested whether they are taking out their frustration. What do I do that?
Yes.
There's nothing like passing your aggression. Whatever you are going to, you don't pass it to these children. You are there, you see, there should be clear cut between personal issues and the service you render to these children.
Yes.
When you are at home, whatever you are going through, bring it back at home. And whatever you go through in the school, but after your salary has not been paid, That I don't think that is even the case in this you. Now, whatever you are going through, you are not meant to pass it across to these children to the extent that you will have to teach them to the extent that they are injured. No, how can you imagine eating a child in the first school for heaven's sake? What kind of a person are you? Is that person a mother?
Hmm.
They beat a child in the first schools. No, you know that the child can all that.
Hmm.
The child can, show how it is. If it was a boy of 20, let me say, a teenager,
Mm.
a teenager would have got him and said, that's what you want to kill me. That's not true. Any bit of child, a 3-year-old child, going to first school, for as well. Where is that job? Please, let us face the fact. There is nothing of like passing on of aggression to any child. That means you are incompetent to handle that child. That means you are not cut out to be a teacher in that school. Whatever happens to you, you should put it aside and see into the care of the children that are under your tutelage. You owe them a duty of care, and you have failed in that duty of care by injuring those children, by beating that girl mercilessly. That's not, if you beat that girl without mercy, that is the implication of what you did. Because I can't imagine you beating a child of 3 years old to the first stroke, and by the time you are beating her, the first stroke, second stroke, in first stroke, you should have been thinking, and this is the child, and you will have seen the body language of the child, you will have seen how the child will be crying, you will have seen the pain in the countenance of this child, and yet you went ahead beating that child. So that is also of the constitution, please. Don't let us put anything to it. Let the teacher control the music and the school. Even the provider have to face the music because she had about it. She said she had about it, she never got to train up. And you are the owner of the school.
And you sat down in your office.
And I told them that child must have been crying out for a long time. So you did not go there. You said, and when you got there, you didn't even bother to look. Or at that time, you only asked the teacher what went wrong. And the teacher lied to you and you just accepted that and you went away. So, now this is a teacher. What's the constitution?
Yeah, they're really pushing parents to the point where they will get very scared to send their children to school because you never know what could happen any day. They take their kids to school. Yes, we're still expecting your text or WhatsApp messages if you want to share your own opinions, your own views on all these issues we've been discussing so far. Please go ahead and send a text or WhatsApp message to 070 317 565 37 070 317 565 3731.
This one on the Guardian newspaper says Constitution amendment must address gender bias, says speakers. The Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures in Nigeria has said the amendment of the 1999 Constitution to ensure gender parity is key to improving the fortunes of women and girls in the country. This came as a network of women demanded elimination of all provisions of the law and political party constitutions that infringed on the rights of women in the country. Adeyemi, what are your thoughts on amending our constitution? Because first off, so many comments about the constitution not being gender sensitive, and when you look at our political parties, their kind of constitution, it seems to leave the woman out and just focus on the men. And some people just literally just interpret this and put women aside.
Talking about the constitution as a matter of fact,
Mm,
it's not only for it to be amended.
okay.
That's not what they have been asking. They are asking for the repealing of of that 1999 amendment. So it has been amended and then the body coming. So they want it to be asked to be repealed because what? It is not true at that. It is not the entire country of Nigeria
Mm,
that subscribed to the constitution. It was not from when you you go to the, when you read the preamble, it says, we the people, so our, it comes with our consent. We don't care about it. Just certain few numbers of people, they are not more than 10, they are putting the constitution together. So this is not us, this is not our constitution. And that's what we have been asking for over the time. We want the constitution to be reviewed. Yeah, what the constitution is reviewed, and what we want is an inclusion of all inclusive constitution. By then, the women can come up, they'll be able to say clearly what they want. What about them that will be evident in the new constitution. That's what we are saying. When you look at the constitution of federal public and exams, you find that it is poor because it does not even give you at night the opportunity of what we ought to enjoy as a people of a nation as big as Nigeria. When you go to the chapter 2 of the Constitution, you see so many flaws there. And that is one of the reasons why you have this continuous investment by the politicians. This is the reason why you have this continuous investment. So we're not talking, we are not going to look only at the women gender inclusion. So all we want is that Constitution to be reviewed. Let us have a new Constitution that will be all encompassing, that will be more concerned, that will save and support your interest and my interest as a people and as a nation. It will become a working tool in every sphere of Nigerian sector that you and I we can have a beautiful nation. Not what we are having at the moment. What we have at the moment is fraud, is perpetrated by those people who are in government. After the military, it was a constitution. And that's the constitution we are still using since 1998. So that constitution should have been reviewed. That's what we are asking for. Forget about the gender. By the time we have a people, everyone will be inclusive in it, and it is with every issue. And that by then, we'll have an holistic constitution. We don't want amendments. We don't want amendments in any sphere. We want that constitution to be reviewed. That's what we are asking for.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you very much, Adele.
Let's quickly move on to, it's a quarter past 8 right now. This is News Review on WFM 91.7, Niger's first radio station, women and their families. And we're still going through some of the news stories with headlines this morning and getting some analysis from our capable analyst, Adeyemi Adeolu. Before now, we had Sage Now, also known as Nkechi Imanalayadi, to also analyze for us. Let's move on to another one here. This is from this day, and it says police warn Ogun residents against jungle justice. The Ogun State Police Command yesterday warned residents of the state against taking laws into their hands through giving jungle justice to crime suspects. The warning, contained in a statement by the police public relations officer, Abimbolo Yemi, was sequel to the unlawful killing and setting ablaze of two suspected ritualists in Ojodon area of the state on Saturday. The statement said, Ogun State Police Command wishes to warn the general public that such barbaric and unlawful action will no longer be tolerated. Now, some of the details of the story is that these two people, they found a fresh human head concealed in a sack, and that sack was seen with them, and they were taken to the divisional headquarters, the police station there. But before they can go ahead to, for the due process to be followed, there was a mob that actually invaded the police station, took the suspects away, beat them to death, and also set them ablaze. So those are just some of the details from that story. And I remember we talked about it last week, and you were in a way you were for jungle justice because you said there's a lot of people that get away, guilty criminals that get away because of the fact that our justice system is very, very porous. It's not really that fair at times. So I wonder your thoughts about this story right here.
Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Actually, like we all know, with the like and talking about what should be our way of doing it to be able to do this like balance. But when you look at the state of this country in Nigeria today, every day you are cases of this country, and you ask questions, what are the authorities think about? Ever since there have been instructed, don't forget that life of man is involved. That means somebody's life has been taken. Somebody has been killed, motivated for so many purposes, and yet there is no one of the so-called suspects, of the so-called criminals that are for one time or the other been prosecuted for us. That has been prosecuted. And then that justice has served. What my justice has served is the fact that I can't be anyone that has gone, that is rejected the letter, rejected due to the similar act of killing another person in Nigeria. No. And you continue to see that after some time, even when they say they have been apprehended, after some time, we let you see that they are meant to save the law. After some time, you see them back on. Excuse me. What message are we sending? And the fact that nothing has been done about it, that is why you have it now that it is predominant in every street of Nigeria. There is no day you wake up that you don't hear about people missing.
Yes.
All the people missing, how many have been found? Very rare, it's very rare that you'll be able to hear that one, if 10, if 20 cities, very rare to hear that one has been found. What has happened to them? They have been killed for this ritual. And the fact is that when you look at it politically, you will find that there are those who are the end of our affairs, who are their godfathers, who also they are involved. And that is why you see that justice has not come without respect. And if we want a safe community, we want a safe society, something has to be done. We can't continue to watch from criminal elements, idiots, those who does not think of what they can do with their best thing they can do their other than killing just to make money. What is the law being about? What are the people at the end of our fear think about it? What is the argument about it? Everything this government, I'm not talking about this government, everything we have this democracy since way back in 1998. There is something, only one person, only one criminal has been executed. So what are we talking about? At the end of the world, you find out that they will grant that amnesty to bring them back into the society, to continue to perpetuate their evil. These are the same people they use as political power. They deal with impunity, without any history, without any fear.
Yes.
So, how do we continue to work on? You see, it's with the all and saying the government's justice is wrong. Yes, because you must give the person a fair hearing. But my own concern is that now you have the evidence at hand, and yet a person is not person.
Yes.
And yet justice is not served. So you got somebody who have human parts in his field in his public. How did it come about it? You see, Is it like cow meat? Is it meat that is being sold on shelves? Is it chicken that is being sold everywhere? No. These are sacred items. And in some men, within anybody's possession. And you are not given the right to take anybody's life. It's clearly stated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic 1999 as amended. Nobody has the right to take the land of the other person. Now, when that person has taken the land of the other person, what is the Constitution? What's the law? What are the people that are running the Constitution about it? They are not doing anything. Our law has become a simplest bulldog. And yet, you see people will not look of finding a way to come together to have what the people doesn't respect. That people should take up arms. Now that the federal government has shown is protecting lives and property, what you continue to have silence every day in the society, killing them and destroyed, it's something that just every day in our society. What do you think the people will do? The people who have to resolve to help themselves in the government that we are all put together, we are all people that have collective power, we have donated to them, that you should protect us, you should save us, you should protect us that belongs to us, and people the well-being of every citizen of Nigeria, and they are not doing it.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes. Yes.
That's what it is right now.
Thank you very much. We do have a lot of messages, and let me just go ahead and start reading them. Have this message here from Comrade Ikechukwu saying, "My thoughts are, if they don't sign electoral bill, why can't Lawan say they will win elections? Let the signing come first." And then also says, "Now only God will save Imo State. If they pour oranges at Bolade na IPOB, I don't wash my boxes, my IPOB. If they pack rubbish at the expressway, na IPOB," says Comrade Ikechukwu. One says, "Police have turned to doctors telling Sylvester had syphilis, meningitis, arthritis. Are they doctors? Niger done they turn Babylon joined with Sodom and Gomorrah. Two 9-year-old boys wanted to strangle a sex worker. That story, did we talk about that story? But I think it's also another headline making rounds this morning. And also, you will not, okay, I am reading your messages, so comrade. I think you're very passionate about reading your messages, and we are reading them now. So the Constitution is an intentional written document to stagnate Nigeria's no referendum, no restructuring, no state police, no self-determination. It is a scam. And also says, ideally always speaks my mind. Please read my SMS, I beg. I'm doing that right now. Say, I condemn jungle justice, but how is police finishing up the case of ritual cases being brought to them? And he also said that I love Adeolu's question. How is police doing the case brought to them? How are they handling the case brought to them? Says Comrade Ikechukwu. And also you're saying that you people supposed to carry us along. We already knew what you were asking, Adiolu. All right. Thank you very much, Comrade Ikechukwu, for your message. Another one here is from Dr. G from Akute. Hello, Dr. G. How you doing? Thank you for your message saying, good morning, WFM. Dr. G from Akute. Hope the child can now recite the alphabet after the 24 lashes of the cane. Some people don't have business with teaching. Needs to be flushed out. That school should not be spared, both the teacher in question and the proprietor. And also another message is from John from Lagos. Hello, John. How are you? The schools are now more or less a dumping ground because of unemployment in the country. School owners are taking advantage of this, not taking proper measures before and after employment. You will see trained teachers lack passion for this job. The ministry, school owners has a lot to do. Even parents should not overlook what should be stretched. Thank you, John from Lagos, for your message. Moving on to WhatsApp now. On WhatsApp, we have a message here from Abiola from Ikeja saying, good morning and happy Valentine's Day to our presenters. Thank you so much. Children are to be trained with love and care. Children below 8, I don't support using cane on them at all. The teacher will be full of regrets now if he or she has humanity left, but a crime is a crime and it's punishable by law. Where were the police when the mobs invaded the police station and burned criminals in front of the police station? Are they just standing and watching? The DPO needs to answer questions. Another one here from El Kennedy Victor. El Kennedy, good morning. How are you? Saying hello, sisters. Happy Val. Happy Val to you too. Doing a great work. Thank you. Ohio the Indigo is not being sincere. They have filled in responsibility. They're supposedly leaders of Indigo. Which leaders are they referring to? They are the fathers of Indigo, and they know it's not. It's a shame. The governors and senators, they're calling our politicians. What are an elder? For the Constitution, it's not Constitution, it's a military decree. Expect we the people come together and decide how and who governs us. We will go nowhere. I tell you, frankly speaking, L. Kennedy, Victor. Real quickly, Lusenja Lawali Mutu from Alakwa is saying, good morning, dear presenters. Nigerians don't usually know the reason for action taken by government before condemning it. The electoral bill is filled with political imbalances and some unreasonable prepositions. Imagine a presidential aspirant being empowered to spend 5 billion naira on a campaign from the 1 billion naira ceiling. Is that not indirect fraud buying being legalized? Nigeria will survive. Allah bless Nigeria. Senje Mutiolawali from Alakari. Thank you. I'm just trying to run through all these messages real quickly. Yabo from Oshodi is saying, so tragic, but if the matter gets to the authority, they may sweep it under the carpet. The rate at which ritualists are destroying destinies is alarming. If it was the children of any governor, politicians, or the president that suffered this fate, will the justice not be jungled? Because when a case of jungle justice gets to the authorities, it becomes justice jungled, which gives the top the power to make law. He that kill with the sword should know that he or she might die by the sword. And then Titus from Kenya saying, good morning. A question should be put to the teacher that did she spell words at age 2? Like I told you, my kids' teachers, I will never appreciate you beating my children, but I will appreciate a teacher that corrects children. There are so many factors to be considered here: hatred, preferences, attitude, and so a teacher must not bring his or own personal jargon to inflict on words in school. My goodness, we have a lot more messages, and it's already time already. Adiemi, thank you for still being on the line. Just a quick thoughts before we just go ahead and sign up on the program this morning. Hello, are you still there? Yeah, just a quick thought. Yeah, just a quick thoughts, about 10 seconds before, because we have to sign on right now.
Yeah, okay, thank you. First of all, I like to say happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
All our leaders,
Thank
brothers and sisters, Nigerians, and the world at large.
Mm.
And when we go out today, we all understand what Valentine's Day stands for. One of the things that I'm going to say about it. Our journey long will not be killing the other person. Our journey long is to share for the life of the other person. And that is to take as a priority. I think as it's not just anyone that will come up. Let us take off everything.
God bless Nigeria. Thanks so much for being on the program with us this morning, Adiemi Adelu, and wishing you a wonderful day today.
Thank you, Adeyemi. Do enjoy the day.
Thank you so much, Adiemi Adelu. My goodness, we're really out of time. Engineer Sujubadi John from Ikwaja Lagos. Sorry, I couldn't read your message because of time. I couldn't. Do apologize about that. Please stay tuned to WFM 91.7. This is Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Thank you.